You know, this picture, yes, this one, you know, with the fake cowboy hat, with all the stencil stuff inside. You know the one I mean, from that recent concert, you know, the Beyonce concert. Yeah, well, Harry apparently had no idea that this particular picture was going to be put out into the media world. But apparently Meghan found it so adorable that she couldn't resist. Now, the thing you'll notice about this picture is that she looks very, well, together, in fact, you know, while Harry looks sweaty, dishevelled, and more importantly, not exactly full. Do you know what I mean? He's not exactly with us, is he? Some people might say he's meaning he just relaxed and he's enjoying the company of his wife. But according to a source, Meghan Markle seemingly has a bit of a history of placing Harry in very indelicate positions. As ever, let me explain. Morning chums, lovely to see you today. Thank you so much for your time and lovely to have your company. I'm really glad that you enjoyed the story about the lady's convenience. I know it's a little indelicate, but it's a fun story, isn't it? Just strange, isn't it, what you find out? And as a lot of you wrote in the comments, of course, which I genuinely do read, I love the way that you said, oh, you know, it's strange, isn't it, how they always find a way to make women, you know, stay shopping. I never thought about it like that, really, in the sense of like, till I saw the stuff. But it's true, yeah. You know, with a man, I know it sounds strange, but we still would just leave the store. If a woman felt more comfortable, she'd think, oh, I'll just have another half an hour having a look. I thought you got that spot on, actually. So thank you, as I say, we're really glad that you enjoyed it. And likewise, a terrible shame about the building for the former magazine, The Lady. Yeah, such a shame that. Wonderful building. Let's hope it comes back to life. Well, these two come back to life as they now celebrate 7-year anniversary. Of course, Marilyn Monroe had a mega hit film in 1954 with the 7-year itch, based on that mega Broadway play, right? Now, Meghan and Harry claim they're the happiest they've ever been. In fact, Meghan went on record to say, you know what? I've just never been as happy. We're in our sort of, you know, new period of happiness. Every time you see Prince Harry, he looks more and more depressed. And I thought when you saw him in the BBC interview, there was a man broken, whichever way you look at it. Certainly not a man looking as happy as he thinks he was or whatever. But certainly not a man, of course, who looks as happy as he thinks that we're supposed to believe he is. But then you take a look at these particular pictures. Look at them. Right? Now, again, what's very strange is, and I just feel very sorry for him, in fact, because according to a source, Harry, once again, had no idea that these images were going to go out. Now, let me explain the background to this, and as ever, I have to say, allegedly. There is no way that Meghan Markle does not know that she's in that camera lens frame. 100%. She is in agreement with this. I'm not so sure about Prince Harry. He looks drifted, lost, and completely, well, whatever you want to call it, engaged, whatever, in whatever literally he's looking at. But it's not the sort of imagery that you would want to put out there. Now, according to a source behind the scenes, Harry apparently keeps kicking off about the media access that suddenly his wife is now giving, literally to the very media that he claims he wanted to remove himself away from. Not just with his children on Instagram, but the picture in their hat caused a lot of friction behind the scenes. You know, including the footage, of course, where, if you remember, he belatedly gave her a kiss on the cheek. She's looking directly to camera, eyes closed, very Marilyn Monroe-esque, but certainly not engaged or indeed not interested in him. And according to that source, Harry didn't want that footage out there. Made Meghan look good, though, and consequently, that's the whole point. The other side of the coin is this, that Harry, as many people know, was encouraged by his wife to be open, honest and forthright in his book Spare, detailing everything from the fallout with his family to, of course, his now illicit drug taking. Now, we know how that worked out, don't we? Some people might say that these particular pictures, and there are plenty of them that have never seen the light of day in the world's media, could prove rather useful in the future. Now, they may have celebrated 7 years, but let's be honest, will there be another 7 years? And more importantly, will Harry finally ever have the guts to say, stop it with the media, I don't want to be part of it? Seemingly, he's lost all control of himself, all control of his children. And Meghan Markle is ploughing on with this imagery, this direction, this narrative of how she wants her marriage to look to the world. The thing is, it's not the look that Harry wants. It's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.